guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, I'm back with another dining video, a foodie video. That's right. You guys have been asking for my suggestions on table service restaurants over at Disney World. I am talking about sit-down restaurants where you will get a waiter or a waitress. These are reservations you do need to make dining reservations for, which currently happen 60 days in advance. But you guys are asking me for my suggestions, so here we go. In this video, I am not only going to include my personal favorite, my family's personal favorites, but you know, the restaurants I recommend to others, right? Because dining is really just kind of subjective. Some person might prefer fish over steak in most situations. Some person might prefer pasta. Some people could be vegan. Some people could have food allergies. So you want to always look at the menu. You know, listen to what I say, research it on your own, look at the menu and see what meals seem like they work best for you and your dietary needs and just, you know, frankly, what you like to eat, right? And just note that the menus are always changing. So you want to keep up to date with that. If you watch other videos and they show you something amazing they ate, yeah, that might not be the same by the time you get there. Things are always changing, so make sure you double check. And for those of you who don't know, I already have a video out there for Nina's personal favorite quick service locations. These are restaurants you just kind of walk up to or you mobile order to. These are not locations you need dining reservations. I also have a video of the current character meals that are on property right now. So if you are interested in either one of those things, make sure you check out those two videos. But like I said, this is sit down restaurants. You have a reservation, you have a waitress or a waiter type restaurants, and we're going to do it for all four parks, right? We're going to add in some for Disney Springs and some at Nina's favorite Disney resorts. Again, Disney has so many amazing meals on property. I couldn't possibly name them all in like a quick little video here. So we're going to go through it kind of fast. And again, I'm going to include my favorites for being vegan and having food allergies, right? You guys know that about me. And also the ones I suggest to my clients, because again, they're coming from different backgrounds and different food interests. So you guys ready? Let's start with Nina's favorite park. That's right, Magic Kingdom. Now, I absolutely love eating at Magic Kingdom, but it may surprise you what meals I actually prefer, right? So I absolutely love Liberty Tree Tavern. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I do know why, but I remember going there when I was pregnant with my oldest, and they had some like cranberry mashed potato. I don't know what the heck they had. They had the salad. We had to keep going back. I think we ate there 3 times during that one trip. I was pregnant and I just could not get enough of this location. And then when the kids were little, we took them, but they weren't quite interested in the cuisine. The cuisine is very Thanksgiving-like food. You know, your mashed potatoes, your roast beef, your chicken, your veggies, that kind of stuff. And then as of late, I went back again, absolutely fell in love with this restaurant, especially if you like kind of those bigger meal situations. Again, kind of think of Thanksgiving dinner. They do have a vegan platter over at Liberty Tree Tavern, and yeah, it was pretty amazing, guys. It was like a sausage meatloaf with mashed potatoes. I think I remember garlic green beans. OMG, they had like a Johnny applesauce cake for dessert, which wasn't over the top amazing, but to get vegan dessert on property that isn't fruit or prepackaged cookies, it was pretty darn good, guys. So yes, I do believe this restaurant does get overlooked a little bit. And maybe it's just because I'm a mashed potatoes girl. Anyone else potatoes? Yeah, absolutely love Liberty Tree Tavern. Moving on. Skipper Canteen. You like a little different flavor in your food? Do you like to think a little outside of the box? Absolutely love Skipper Canteen. We have eaten there countless times. I can't even tell you. And I have not once had a bad meal there. Not once. I absolutely love their crew stew, which is vegan. And they have been able to accommodate my entire family. And I even ate there once for a work trip. It was like 10 ladies eating there. We all had a blast between drinks and eats and, appetizers. Absolutely love it. I think they have those falafel fries or something there, or maybe it's hummus fries. OMG, so delicious. So yeah, those are actually my two favorite places to eat at Magic Kingdom are Liberty Tree Tavern and Skipper Canteen. But again, we're talking about Nina's favorite. You want to know the crowd favorite over at Magic Kingdom? That's going to be Our Guest. Sadly, I'm not a fan. I don't really like eating at that restaurant. I absolutely love the restaurant itself. It is the most beautiful restaurant, I think, on Disney property. It is absolutely gorgeous. I remembered when they were making it. I actually got to see it getting constructed. And then I remember being one of the first guests in that restaurant when it finally opened. I mean, it is mind-blowing how beautiful it is. The fact that you can eat in Beast's Castle and each room is uniquely decorated per, the movie, right? So you have the West Ring, you have the ballroom. Absolutely love the physical restaurant of Be Our Guest. I'm just not a fan of the cuisine, but don't just listen to Nina. Many people love Be Our Guest. Just make sure you check out the menu. Of course, it is French themed, which is a lot of dairy, which I'm allergic to. So that could be why, but yes, Be Our Guest would be the crowd favorite at Magic Kingdom. And I'm gonna add a little fun restaurant, right? My daughter's favorite would be Crystal Palace. Why? Because it's Winnie the Pooh characters, that's why. You're looking for a nice, simple, decent buffet restaurant with characters at Magic Kingdom. That's gonna be Crystal Palace. The menu is very kind of Americana. You will actually find a lot of Walt's favorite items on the buffet. It's just kind of simple, easy eats, right? Which, who can really complain about that? And then the fact that you're meeting, Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and Eeyore and all such, 100-acre wood craziness. Absolutely love Crystal Palace. But yes, those are my 4 restaurants over at Magic Kingdom that I typically will suggest depending on who's asking, right? Let's move on. Okay, Epcot. Epcot is beyond difficult to make a list because Epcot is known for its eats. They absolutely are. Anywhere throughout the World Showcase, you are getting different cuisine from different countries with different flavors. And it really is just kind of subjective, guys. It just depends. Are you feeling Italian tonight? Are you feeling like some Moroccan food? Do you want some steak over at Le Cellier's over in Canada? I mean, what do you feel like eating? So I do have my top few restaurants over at Epcot, but just note, pretty much all those restaurants are amazing. So make sure you look at the menu. Note, people with food allergies. A lot of those restaurants in the actual countries are not Disney owned. So that can be a little difficult when eating with food allergies, especially lots of food allergies. So you do want to double check that menu and make sure you feel nice and safe at those locations. I have unfortunately been given my allergy at 2 locations within the World Showcase. So when someone books with me, I definitely notate that in my emails. But yes, just kind of know that in advance. When going to Epcot, super sensitive with food allergies, you want to stick with the Disney-owned restaurants versus the various different countries. But let's get into it, okay? First one up, Coral Reef. OM goodness. I ate there when I was a teen. It was good, but who remembers what they did when they were a teen, right? I went back and ate there a few months ago. It was the best meal on property I have ever had in a long time. Absolutely fell in love with Coral Reef. They made the most amazing curry vegetable stew-like thing that wasn't even on the menu. They made it specially for me per my dietary needs and my allergies. So yes, know that in advance, but look at the menu because I ate with a group of ladies and every single one of us loved our food. But the fun thing about Coral Reef is you are sitting around a fish tank. That is right. So sharks, turtles, fishies, all sorts of craziness are swimming by as you eat. So that's totally fun over at Coral Reef. Next one up, This is a family favorite. Pretty much all four of us love this restaurant. We have eaten here countless times. Is Rose and Crown over in England, aka the UK, at Disney World. You know, they are known for their fish and chips, so if you are interested in that type of food, Rose and Crown is there for you. I love that it's on the waterfront. We have eaten there several times outside, and just hearing the splashing of the waves and watching the boats go by is truly fabulous, right? You can even watch an Epcot fireworks show from that location, although you will not have the best view of Harmonious. It's still magical, it's still beautiful, right? And for the vegans out there, we had the most delicious bangers and mash over at Rose and Crown, but my husband will tell you it is his favorite restaurant. Everywhere, everything between the cheese platter, the burger, the fish and chips, he's eaten everything there. Absolutely love it. We ate there on our honeymoon, and I think it kind of just set the tone for my husband over at Rose and Crown. He will eat there every day if I let him. So yes, Rose and Crown. The next one up is Beer Garden. Now, Beer Garden is one of those restaurants, again, I kind of ate there when I was younger, didn't really eat there for a while. We recently have been there maybe 3 times within the past year or so. Absolutely love Beer Garden. It's very sausage and potatoes and sauerkraut, right? So hopefully you like that type of cuisine. But the fun thing about Beer Garden is they have like a German band that plays every hour or so. So you are getting entertained while you eat. Nothing better than that. And of course, my husband will tell you, make sure you get the beer over at Beer Garden, which is located in Germany. So if you're looking for a fun restaurant to attend, right, and hopefully you can get reservations, that is going to be Space 220. Space 220 is the new restaurant over at Epcot. I have done a video on it. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't overly a fan. It's a one and done for me kind of situation, or technically I've eaten there twice, so it's a 2 and done for me. It's just really pricey. It's really, really pricey. My kids absolutely loved it. Watching you being in space and space things kind of floating by while you're dining, absolutely the kiddos loved it. Me as an adult, it was just okay. I wasn't overly in love with Space 220, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a try. If you have the budget for it, absolutely check out Space 220. Now, like I said earlier when I introduced Epcot, absolutely love all the locations within the World Showcase, but just 2 to note is I love the Mexican Pavilion. There are 2 restaurants in there. I'm gonna pop it up here. Over there, I haven't had bad food at either. I really did enjoy everything I've eaten. One is actually inside the pyramid, right, when you go to the Mexican Pavilion. And what's really cool about this restaurant is you can watch the boats go by from the Three Caballeros boat ride. However, the restaurant is a little dark, so if you are someone who likes to look at your food and take pictures, not the best for that, but I got good eats there over at that restaurant, and it is super fun to kind of wave at the boats as they go by on the water. Now, the other one in the Mexican Pavilion is on the waterfront. Similar cuisine, obviously Mexican inspired there, but you can also get good views of Epcot fireworks from that location as well. So yeah, when it comes to Epcot, you really just kind of need to look at the menu and see what works for you. They have a pizzeria place in Italy. We had fabulous food there. I mean, really, Epcot, just so good. But we have to move on, guys. Otherwise, this video is going to be 13 hours long. Hollywood Studios. Now, my family's #1 favorite place to eat at Hollywood Studios, which is also in the fun category, right, is Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. I have posted about this restaurant so many times. Make sure you check out my channel for information on that. But yes, you're eating in like vintage 1950 cars while watching sci-fi thriller-like commercials and advertisements on the big screen. So it's like back in the day when people used to go to a drive-in, right? And you would watch something from your vehicle. This is similar to that, it's a simulation of that. So you do eat in a car-like table setting, and you are watching constant sci-fi advertisements on the screen, and it's just kind of like your diner-like food, but amped up a notch, right? Your burgers, your fries, your chicken sandwich. My husband has never had a bad meal there, so he's always enjoyed his time. I Can't complain either. The vegan milkshake, the allergy milkshake, yum, yum, yum. I get that every single time. The kids had everything between Beyond Burgers and simple pasta and fries. Yeah, no complaints over at Sci-Fi. Absolutely a fun restaurant for families and anyone alike. Next one up, if you're looking for a nice restaurant, perhaps you're a foodie, perhaps you're celebrating something, perhaps you have a few dollars to spare, the Brown Derby is where you want to go over at Hollywood Studios. Look at the menu. It is always changing, but their Cobb salad is noted there as one of the favorites amongst people, and apparently they have a really good burger there as well. So if you're just looking for some really good eats, you want to, get off your feet, get some air conditioning, the Brown Derby is there for you. And I'm going to note it because it's coming soon, guys. Spring 2023 is going to be Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. Woo! This is the first time they're going to have a Pixar-themed restaurant on property. And of course, it's Woody and Buzz and Jessie and all the critters and OMG, and it's barbecue. So if you love some good barbecue eats, I'm going to assume this restaurant is going to be perfect for you. So I just went ahead and already put it on my list. It's in construction right now. I'm sure those chefs are working up on the cuisine right now, and I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. But yes, those are my sit-down restaurants over at Hollywood Studios. If you are looking for Italiano, Mama Melrose is a good option for you as well. But let's keep going. Animal Kingdom, OMG. So I have to start out here with the disclaimer. We personally prefer quick service at Animal Kingdom over table service, but don't let that stop you. There are some good restaurants over at Animal Kingdom. First one is going to be Yak and Yeti. Yak and Yeti, oddly enough, gets quite popular, and it's a chain restaurant, which is weird about the whole thing, so it's not Disney owned. Yak and Yeti is like an Asian type cuisine restaurant. They actually have kind of a counter service location as well, but I'm talking about the actual sit down, dine in, waiter, waitress situation, Yak and Yeti. We had some Asian inspired, Chinese food type cuisine there that was absolutely delicious. I had a Southwestern vegan burger there that, left my mouth a burnin' for a while, but it was absolutely delicious. We had really great service. They were able to accommodate my kids' food allergies and whatnot. So Yak and Yeti is on our list. Next up, if you're looking for fun, right? Tusker House. Tusker House is the location there with characters, and I specifically named it because, well, it has Donald, and he's my favorite. And they come out in their safari gear, right? And they're just uber cute. But the cuisine there is kind of African-inspired American cuisine. So you're gonna get foods with flavored, kind of traditional African flavoring is gonna be on the cuisine there, but don't worry, they absolutely have the regular like mac and cheese and tenders and things like that for the kiddos, and it is now buffet. So yeah, if you're just looking for an easy buffet-like meal, Tusker House is for you. And of course, if you are looking for the finer things in life, you want a nice sit down, have a glass of wine, situation meal, you're gonna wanna go to Tiffin's. Absolutely delicious over there. They do have a few vegan things on the menu, which were amazing. Yep, so absolutely, if you're looking for something nice, go ahead and check out Tiffin's at Animal Kingdom. But let's keep going. Oh my goodness, we did all 4 parks already? Yay! All right, Disney Springs. So, much like Epcot, Disney Springs is just flooded with amazing eats. And again, they are not Disney owned amazing eats. So if you have food allergies and this is something that really concerns you, just be careful when eating because they might not follow all of the Disney protocols and policies that is set in place for the Disney-owned restaurants. But if you want the things I have notated here, absolutely, Raglan Road. I love Raglan Road. The food there has always been so delightful. They used to have like a vegan risotto there that was so good. But the nice thing about this restaurant is they have Irish dancers that kind of entertain you and dance while you eat. Again, nothing better than a dinner and a show while you're eating, right? So yes, absolutely love Raglan Road. I suggest that to all of my clients all the time because I feel like when you're on vacation and you're going out to eat, you don't want to eat the same thing you can get at home, right? You don't want to just eat something that you can get anywhere. You want something special, something unique. And I think that's why I really love Raglan Road, because I don't know anywhere around here where I can eat and have Irish dancers to watch and enjoy. So yes, Raglan Road. Next one up is going to be Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. They have, you know, a brunch, lunch, and dinner over there at that restaurant. They are always busy, always busy. Every time I walk past there and you can smell the smells, it smells so delightful. They are always busy. But the thing to notate here is their breakfast. Their breakfast brunch is pretty popular. Everyone is always posting about it and talking about how much they love the breakfast over at Homecoming. So make sure you check that out. And then to note, I did put the Boathouse on my list. Now, the husband and I do argue about this restaurant. He claims the service was bad and the food wasn't very good. I don't really remember that at all. I remember our server having a rough time, but I try to just give them a little leeway on that. I think it was a rough night. I think a lot of servers were gone sick, which caused us to take forever to eat and get our table, and you know, things happen. And I just don't want to necessarily discount that restaurant because of this one situation that happened. But note, the Boathouse, Nina says is okay, husband says no way, leave it up to you. But the thing I love about the Boathouse is they have the amphicars there. Am I saying that right? I always say it wrong. It's those taxi looking water cars that you do have to pay extra for. And it's like a car on top and a boat on the bottom. And you can actually pay to have a car boat take you around the lake over throughout Disney Springs. My family has done it. It was absolutely delightful. And of course, when you do it, you do get a discount over at the Boathouse when you dine. So yes, that's why I notated that there, because again, that's different. How many times do you get to go out on a lake in a car, right? It's just something special. But again, Disney Springs, so much food, all forms of different types of cuisine and drinking and hanging out and everything you could possibly want. So if you have extra time that you can go ahead and take a bus over to Disney Springs, or in case you're driving, drive over to Disney Springs. Yeah, so much variety and options for you to kind of shop and eat and enjoy your time, right? But the last category is the Disney resorts. Now this was difficult because there are a lot of Disney resorts and a lot of amazing food at these resorts. So again, these are Nina's top picks. I would love for you guys to put in the comments what your top picks were so that we can all learn and enjoy from that. But yes, I have quite a few here for the resorts, so let's hop to it. First one is gonna be Ohana. Now Ohana does get mixed reviews, right? People, I think, just get excited for something. They read a review and it's like this raving review and they get themselves all worked up and amped up for it. They finally go to the restaurant and sometimes it's kind of a letdown if it's not quite as amazing as that blogger or flogger or whoever it was kind of introduced the meal. So just kind of note that in advance. But we absolutely love Ohana's breakfast. That's right, we are going there again for Christmas morning, and the characters are back, right? So who doesn't want to eat with Lilo and Stitch? OM goodness. But what we specifically love about Ohana is not only do we get the warm and fuzzies from the Polynesian, Nina's favorite, but they have a vegan platter. My kids still talk about this dang meal. It was like vegan sausage and just eggs and a donut and whatever. They won't stop talking about it. So we're eating there again and hopefully it's just as amazing. But yeah, Ohana over at the Polynesian, and also at the Polynesian, Kona Cafe. And I feel like everyone is so eagerly desperate to eat at Ohana, they completely forget about Kona Cafe. Absolutely look at the menu there. But their breakfast, macadamia nut pancakes, OMG. What is the dish where it's like banana stuffed cinnamon sugar toast? Oh, so good. Dinner is like steak and sushi and all sorts of craziness. But so don't forget about Kona Cafe, also at the Polynesian. But let's move on, guys, to the Contemporary. That's right, one of the big awesome meals over there is California Grill. When I have a family that wants to celebrate something, they want to go big, they want something truly amazing, this is what I will suggest to them. Why? Because it's really high up on the tower and they have views of the fireworks. That's right. If you can get dining reservations to be similar time of the fireworks and you can get like a window seat, you can absolutely watch the fireworks while you're dining, while you're celebrating whatever you're celebrating. Absolutely love it. But California Grill was considered a 2-credit meal back in the day, so it's pricey, it's amazing, it's flavorful, it's delicious. So anywhere between the firework view, the big menu, the wine selection, OMG. Just note they do have a dress code, so don't be hopping over to California Grill in your tank top and, you know, cut off jean shorts. Make sure you check that out. And what's really cool is they often will have holiday or special menu options. So sometimes you can get a really special, amazing dinner, like they have one right now for New Year's Eve, where you get like a very amazing cuisine and drink situation. It's kind of pricey, but again, if you're celebrating something, so absolutely love California Grill. And if you eat earlier in the day and it's not quite firework time, you can actually come back and they'll let you into the firework viewing area over at the Contemporary as well. So again, you're looking for something celebratory, you got a few extra dollars, you're looking for some nice, good cuisine, California Grill. Next one up, and this one doesn't get talked about very often, but we have eaten here about 3 times. Every single time it was amazing, whether we had breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and that's at Ale and Compass, and that's over at Yacht Club. Most people who go to Yacht or Beach Club, they're always talking about Cape May Cafe, which again, I'm not gonna say is, you know, that's a good restaurant as well, but for my family, for our taste, we absolutely loved Ale and Compass, and again, their breakfast was really delightful as well, and of course, they had some vegan accommodations for us. Next up, the Riviera. There's really just nothing bad about the eats about Riviera. Pretty much anytime you can eat there, absolutely. So Topolino's Terrace has a breakfast and a dinner. The breakfast is a character breakfast. Both options, yummy, 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 yummy food. Look at the menu. You will start drooling. Absolutely love eating over at Riviera. Of course, the downside to it is a lot of these restaurants are not super easy to get to, and unfortunately, Riviera is kind of one of the hardest ones. So you would hopefully either be at Hollywood or at Epcot, and you would have to take the Skyliner over unless you're staying there or staying at some resort that's on the Skyliner. To eat at Ale and Compass over at the Yacht Club, you would have to, you know, be at Epcot that day and you just kick over and walk over to Yacht Club. So yeah, some of these restaurants, although amazing, aren't always the easiest to get to. But when looking for good eats, absolutely the Riviera. Next up is gonna be Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love all the restaurants at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love the quick service. I love Sanaa. I love Boma, but we're gonna specifically talk about Jinko. Is that how you say it? It's Jiko. It was originally a 2-credit meal back when there was a meal plan. I've eaten there a few times. Every single time, delicious, lovely, amazing cuisine. Again, with kind of some African flavor there, some African inspired eats, and it's just really, really good. I forget what I had, but it was amazing. So again, you're looking for a nicer restaurant, right? You have some time to kill and you want some good food and a good drink. Don't forget about Animal Kingdom Lodge's restaurants as well. But those are the locations on my list. Again, there are plenty of amazing restaurants to eat at. So research it a little bit, look at the menu and figure out what works best for you. But again, like I kind of said earlier, food is very subjective. Someone could have had an amazing dish one day and then you go to have it and you just you kind of got let down, or they changed the menu, or stuff happens. So just kind of know that in advance. And like I said, some of these restaurants aren't really the easiest. So if you have little kiddos, I usually suggest that my clients just stick to eating at the parks. When you're at Magic Kingdom, eat at Magic Kingdom. When you're at Epcot, eat at Epcot. If you're staying at one of the resorts that has the nicer cuisine, then yes, that would be convenient for you. But it's not always easy to come and go constantly just for food, unless of course you are foodies and that is your number one reason for going to Disney World is the excellent cuisine. But yeah, guys, that is my list. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, or let me know if you have other options you want me to start adding to this list, because I absolutely will. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful as you are trying to figure out what dining locations you want to eat at. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. Like I said, what restaurants do you agree with? What restaurants do you disagree with anything? What restaurants do you want to add if you've eaten at something amazing? And don't forget, I do have that quick service video out there, as well as character dining. So if you're interested in character meals, or you're going with a family, and back when my kids were little, it was all character meals. Every single day was a character meal, because again, it's that eating and entertaining at the same time is a huge benefit when going with the kiddos. But as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out.